Hi everybody and welcome to my kitchen, and we're continuing on with our celebration of delicious Asian inspired dishes. Today we're going back to Japan and we're going to be doing a beautiful chicken katsu curry. Let's look at the ingredients that we're going to need. The full list of ingredients will be in the description below. Okay, we're going to start by making our Japanese curry sauce. This is very easy. Typically in Japan, or actually most Asian markets across the world, you can get these curry blocks, which is what traditionally you would use to make a katsu curry. But once again, we are Manny's made at home. We like to make things difficult for ourselves, so we're gonna do all of that from scratch. Okay, I've got my pan on a medium heat and I'm gonna go in with my oil and allow that to come to temperature. Now that my oil is ready, I'm gonna go in with my onion. I'm just going to sweat these down a little bit. After about a minute, I'm gonna go in with my garlic and my ginger. And cook this through for a little bit until they start getting aromatic, which will only take a few seconds. Alright, and now we're gonna start making our roux. So I've got some corn flour here, and I'm gonna go in with my spices. Curry, turmeric, and garam masala. Not a traditional Japanese ingredient, but it's gonna give us fantastic flavor as well. And stir all those through. Immediately you can smell them. They'll get nice and toasty. That's what we want. We want to kind of awaken those flavors. Next, I'm gonna add in my carrots. They're gonna give us amazing sweetness. I'm gonna add soy sauce for saltiness. I have some honey for extra sweetness as well. I'm also gonna add in a stock cube. And my secret ingredient, which is some apple juice. Again, this brings this beautiful, complex, sweet flavor, which is gonna be amazing in our curry. Okay, so that's basically all of my ingredients into my curry, with the exception of the liquid. I'm gonna use coconut milk here. It's gonna make the curry so delicious and creamy. And stir that through, make sure everything gets well mixed in. Okay, that's nice and mixed and thick. I want to cook this for 15 to 20 minutes just to make sure that the carrots cook down and all of the ingredients as well get a nice chance to mix together. I'm going to top this up with some water and then reduce it down to a simmer and let it cook away. I've got my rice going as well, and so let's do our chicken breast, and then when we come back, everything else should be ready. Okay, while my curry is bubbling away, I've actually taken my chicken breasts and I've put them in between some parchment paper and covered them up, and using my kitchen malice, I've just bashed down the bit that's thicker to try and get an even thickness to my breast so that when we go to cook it, it cooks evenly. And I also have my kind of breading station ready. So I've got flour, I've got panko breadcrumbs, and I've got some egg here, which I'm going to give a bit of a whisk. And with that done, we can actually get started breading our chicken. You can use kind of the one hand for dry ingredients, the other hand for wet technique, where, as the name would suggest, you would take your chicken with one hand, put it into the flour, use your dry hand to coat it, take the wet hand, put it into the egg, that hand brings to the panko breadcrumbs, and then the other hand goes in to bread it in the end. But because I've got my chopsticks today, I'm gonna use that, and that should prevent any mess. But before I do that, maybe I should salt and pepper them a little bit. And try to get both sides. Okay, so now I'm gonna take my first chicken piece, put it into the flour, just coat it as well as you can on both sides. Shake off any excess flour, and we go into our egg. Get it well coated. Again, drain a bit of the excess and straight into our breadcrumbs. You want to really press your breadcrumbs in, make sure that they're really clinging onto your chicken breast. This is what's going to give us that beautiful crunch in our chicken. Okay, and once you're happy that all of your chicken breast is well coated in your breadcrumbs, just gonna put them to the side and do the same thing with my other chicken breast. Okay, with that done, let me clean up a little bit, finish up our sauce, and then we can move on to frying our chicken. My curry has been bubbling away for about 20 minutes, so let's have a look. It's reduced right down and it's so nice and thick. Oh my god. The carrots are also nice and tender, which is fantastic. What I'm gonna do next is I'm gonna blitz my curry. I was playing with the idea of actually leaving the carrots and everything else whole, which it's a way that you can have your curry if you wanted to, but I want them to really become a part of the sauce, and that's why I'm gonna blitz it. If you don't want your chunks, you could totally strain it through a strainer. Okay, after blitzing, I'm just gonna put my pan back on the heat for another few minutes, and then our sauce is done. I'm gonna check that my oil is at the right temperature. I see some bubbles, but I wanna see a little bit more, so I'm gonna give it another couple of seconds before I go in with my chicken. It's important that the oil is at the right temperature because obviously we want to cook our chicken quickly on the inside before it burns on the outside. And also, if your chicken breast is sitting too long on your oil, the breadcrumbs are gonna soak up a lot of that oil, and you don't want your chicken breast to end up being overly oily. Okay, the oil is ready now, so I'm gonna go in with my chicken breast. And you wanna hear that sizzle. Just let it cook away there for a couple of minutes on each side until they're nice and golden brown. I can see that it's getting nice and golden brown on the first side, so I'm gonna flip it. That's beautiful. Okay, it looks like it's ready. It should be 74 degrees internal temperature. So I'm gonna turn off my heat and put them onto a plate with some kitchen roll to soak up any of the excess oil. Okay, all our little bits are now ready. I have some rice here on my plate already, but let's take a look at this chicken. I'm just gonna slice it a little bit to make it into kind of like bite-sized chunks, but I don't know if you'll be able to hear this. You hear the crispiness of the chicken. Let's see how it cuts. That crispiness, oh my god, it's gonna be amazing. Look at that, perfectly cooked. So incredibly moist still. Oh, I cannot wait to dig into this. Alrighty, I'm just gonna put this nicely on, kind of resting on my rice. I'm gonna accompany it also with some leafy greens here on the side. And I have some pickled ginger as well, just for a bit of extra freshness. And I have this beautiful curry sauce now, which I'm just gonna drizzle liberally over my chicken, well, all over my dish basically. And that, my friends, is an amazing chicken katsu curry. I just need to do it. This smells and looks delicious. I'm gonna go right in. It's perfection. That's all I have to say. It's beautiful. The chicken is so succulent and moist, and that crispy outside is just amazing. And the sauce is so rich and full of flavor. It's so velvety smooth. Oh, I love also the pickled ginger and the freshness that it brings in. It's so good. And rice is actually perfect for it as well. It soaks up that curry sauce so beautifully. It's just unreal. Amazing. That's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. This is hands down one of my most favorite curry dishes. All of the elements just complement each other so well. You got that amazingly crisp but still succulent chicken breast. We've got the greens with the freshness of the pickled ginger. We've got that luscious curry sauce on top. And a bit of rice just to bring it all together. Mind blowing. It is so delicious. You must try it. If you enjoyed this recipe, be sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss what else I have coming up for our celebration of Asian cuisine. And give me a big like, comment below what you thought of the video, let me know when you try it, what you think of it, and if you do try it and post it on social media, be sure to tag me. I will leave my handle below. With that, I'll leave you for this video and enjoy.